We've had a great weekend with our youth and our coaches that have come in, but it all culminates today in our competition. So looking forward to our contest today. Teams, just remember you have 60 minutes on the clock to cook. We'll be starting in 15-minute intervals. And then when you plate your foods, you'll have your 5-minute presentation with the judges.
Today is the Great American Seafood Cook-Off 4-H edition. So we have young people and teams from the southern region across the United States that are going to be here using seafood to cook a recipe that is nutritious, cost efficient, and also one that is just appetizing for everyone to eat. So most of these young teams have won at a state competition at their 4-H events, and then have come here today to really put their talents on display for us and for the state of Louisiana. 4-H is the largest youth organization in America. We have over 6 million youth, and here in Louisiana we have over about 85,000 kids that participate in 4-H. And what it is it's a life skill developing program for youth between the ages or grades of 4th through 12th grade that participate in different projects. And that project may range anywhere from robotics, clothing and textiles, to what we have here today, food and nutrition. And through this, they learn life skills. They learn conflict resolution, decision making, how to work with others in teamwork, as well as just good communication, because today they will have to communicate with those judges about what they cooked.
It's experiential learning in a nutshell. So we take kids and we expand on what they learn in school. So we take it to a hands-on level to where they get experience and they learn through a process, and it's true youth development. It's the largest youth development organization in the state and the nation. It allows kids to grow in leadership, and we always call it the big M: belonging, independence, mastery, and generosity. So that we want to take the kids through that, and as they grow and they become contributing citizens in their communities when they get older.
The 4-H's actually are in our 4-H motto, and that is, I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to better living, my hands to larger service, and my health for better living, for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
This team is from Bossier Parish, Louisiana. Bossier Parish is known for Bossier City, which is right next to Shreveport. It's in northwest Louisiana. It's more North Louisiana, so we have a little bit of a different flair than South Louisiana. And today they're making pan-seared frog legs with a Cajun sauce over pecan pilaf.
How'd they come up with the idea for this?
Actually, the girls just started thinking, and they really just started brainstorming and decided they wanted to try frog legs out.
My job today is to cook the frog legs and help prepare the pecan pilaf. And our goal here today is to create a dish that we're very proud of and represent Louisiana. We picked frog legs because we wanted to stand out from the crowd, and we thought, what's more Louisiana than pulling from our French heritage, and what's more French than frog legs?
How did you get interested in cooking?
It was really just something that was suggested by our 4-H agents, and we decided to roll with it.
How did you get interested in 4-H?
I actually moved to Louisiana my freshman year, and my friend Peyton suggested that I come join 4-H with her, and from there it's just grown and become a very important part of my life.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
I have learned a lot about leadership skills, branching out, meeting new people, and a way to represent who I am and where I'm from.
What are your plans for a career after high school?
I want to go into some sort of journalism field in the future.
We practiced with our coach, Miss Abigail, at our courthouse annex and did weekly practices just to learn how the ins and outs of making the pecan pilaf, the frog legs, and the Cajun sauce.
How did you get interested in cooking?
I got interested in cooking through 4-H. When I was in middle school, I did the bake-off and fell in love with the idea of cooking, and so I chose that as our state competition this year.
How did you get involved with 4-H?
I got involved in 4-H when I was in the 4th grade with livestock. I showed poultry.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
I've just learned a lot of character development skills that would prepare me for college and my future career.
And what are your plans for college and a career?
I plan to go to LSU and major in criminology. A traditional French dish called quiche de grenouille. We've made this with a Cajun sauce and a pecan pilaf to not only highlight our French roots, but embrace our Louisiana heritage.
Yes, and what is more Louisiana than our seafood? As of 2021, Louisiana seafood brought in $2.47 billion for our economy. We really wanted to highlight this with our frog legs because they're not only a great example of our Louisiana seafood, but they are also very healthy. They are very high in protein and they are very lean, in fact, leaner than chicken.
they've learned a lot of good food safety, how to select frog legs, how to work with them, making a sauce, working with pecans, good chopping skills, a little bit of everything, and nutrition, lots of nutrition, information about commodities of Louisiana, lots of information about that.
Our team is from Starr County, south from Texas. We are about 100 miles away from the coast, and we're actually about 10 miles away from the border. We're a border town, and we have plenty of culture that our dish we integrated into it. They're cooking gobernador, tacos gobernador, which is one of our traditions there from South Texas. Oh, they practice, and practice. We did a research on it. We did a research on a gobernador's tacos, and actually was very interesting part of it, integrating our culture with our heritage.
My job today is to prepare the shrimp and the filling for the tacos gobernador, and I prepared by practicing.
How'd you get interested in cooking?
Well, I've always had a deep passion for cooking, mainly because, well, we need to cook to survive, and I love cooking with my friends. It makes me feel very happy and united.
How'd you get interested in 4-H?
4-H, well, my best friend here, he was actually the one who brought me on to 4-H. First started with livestock and then transitioned into food challenge.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
I've learned a lot, mostly how to be a team, how to give back to my community, and overall, how to express where I'm from.
What are your plans after high school? What kind of career are you looking for?
I'm looking into a career in engineering. I'm going to Texas A&M for engineering, but cooking is always something that I've kind of thought about in the back of my mind.
My job today is to prepare the vegetables. I cut, dice, and chop the vegetables for the tacos and for the pico de gallo. My job is the pico de gallo, so I personally do the pico de gallo by myself. And then once I'm done, I go ahead and do our garnishes, which are the tomato rose, which is Texas's signature rose. So we finish off with that garnish.
How'd you get interested in cooking?
So ever since I was young, I've been an athlete all my life, and I'm always hungry. My parents are always home, they're usually working, so I like to make some food for myself after practice. I learned how to make a pasta, little chicken sandwiches on my own at home.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
Through 4-H, I've learned multiple things. One of the main things is teamwork. A lot of people in my 4-H group, we like to do things together. So whether it's picking up stuff on the highway or doing a little project with the Starr County Fair, I learned to always have teamwork with me.
What are your plans for a career after high school?
After high school, I plan on attending Texas A&M, and I hope to go into dentist school and become an orthodontist.
My job today is, while making this dish, is we're making corn tortillas, homemade corn tortillas. So I'm in charge of creating the mixture and pressing the masa balls into this, and then we'll cook them on the stovetop that we have. And,
how'd you learn how to do this?
It's a family tradition in my family from Mexico, so yeah, from my grandmother.
How'd you get interested in cooking?
I mean, the Mexican culture is full of Mexican food. The food there is amazing, so definitely through my family. But as I've been in 4-H, I've been in food challenge since I was in 5th grade, so I've done this for quite a while, and I love it.
How'd you get interested in 4-H?
My father was actually a 4-Her when he was younger, so it's a family tradition in my family. My older brother was a 4-Her, and I'm a 4-Her now, so yeah.
What have you learned by becoming 4-H?
As I said, it's a family tradition, and with the family that I've created in my 4-H club, we're very united, we're very family oriented, and it's just, the people there are amazing, and it's a great time.
What are your plans for a career after high school?
My plans are to become a dietitian. I'm studying human nutrition, and being in food challenge has actually inspired me to become a dietitian later in my life.
Okay, so after Daniela makes the masa balls, I will be cooking them on our comal in the back, and after that I will be helping prepare the tacos and putting the taco filling into the tortillas.
How'd you get interested in cooking?
So I've cooked for most of my life, and nutrition has been a big part of my life, really instilled in me since I was younger ages with sports and all the things that we do. So Daniela was the first one of us to do food challenge, and so I kind of just followed her into it, and it's been a lot of fun.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
Going through 4-H, I've learned how to raise animals, how to feed animals, take care of them, and I've learned a lot about nutrition and teamwork.
What are your plans for a career after high school?
So as Alonso said before, we're both going to A&M College Station, and I'm planning on pursuing a veterinary medical degree and hopefully doing something more with animal nutrition.
Shrimp and seafood in general is important to the diet due to the protein it provides, which helps build and repair muscles, and the omega-3 fatty acids it has, which helps reduce inflammation, promote brain function, and prevent heart disease.
We have also used fresh fruits and vegetables instead of canned, so no preservatives were added. We also chose some healthy options for our dish, such as not frying the shrimp and making corn tortillas instead of flour tortillas. One of the special ingredients that we used was the Texas Valley lemons from my backyard. Valley lemons are a version of the Meyer lemon, which is a cross between a lemon and a mandarin orange.
They have become very united, working together as a team. They are work as more of it is a leadership that they can see. Their public speaking has increased dramatically. They're not shy anymore, and they sure are enjoying it.
We're centrally located in the Southeast District of Mississippi. Our city is Bay Springs, Mississippi, and today our team consists of KOLBY Hayden, Grayson Foster, Anna Hayden, and Elizabeth Kilpatrick. They have perfected their dish. We had a Mississippi 4-H cook-off team win at the Club Congress in our state, and so that put us here in New Orleans at the national competition. And so they've practiced 4 or 5 times since with their new dish, updated dish, and they have perfected it to hopefully win today.
So my job today is to help fry the green tomatoes and pretty much just help with anything else that anybody else needs. So get spices ready, getting measurements ready, all that kind of stuff, just helping everybody out in the kitchen. We really work as a team effort, so everybody's helping everybody.
Tell us, how'd you get interested in 4-H?
So I got interested in 4-H through the shooting sports aspect of it, and then I got involved in more competitions such as the cooking competition and livestock showing and other things such as that, and I've just grown in it ever since.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
It's a lot of teamwork and activity building. It builds you responsibility and a lot of life skills as well, such as the cooking skills we were learning today and time management and really how to really manage your savings as well.
What are your plans for college and a career?
My plans for college is to hopefully either become an ag teacher or a ag business major.
My job here today is to fry the green tomatoes for part of our recipe and help with the others.
How many years have you been in 4-H?
I've been in 4-H for 10 years, and I have done shooting sports since I started, and this is my second year to do Club Congress stuff.
What have you learned by going through this process of cooking?
Working together as a team and getting to know everybody and working in tight quarters. I would recommend for 4-H students because it's such a clean environment for people to learn the ability of getting to know everybody.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I plan to work with my dad for 2 or 3 more years and pick up a trade here and somewhere, maybe take over my dad's business. I haven't decided that.
My job today is to cook the crab and crawfish cakes and just help wherever else is needed.
How did you prepare for this competition?
We prepared for this competition by going over the cooking parts lots, many times before, preparing months ahead.
What have you learned by going through this?
Mainly teamwork, because I've never been that well working as a team, so this has definitely helped a lot with that.
How'd you get interested in 4-H?
My older brother did it, and as soon as I was able to do it, I've been doing it for about 9 years now.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
A lot of different things, definitely responsibility and just getting to try new things out.
What are your plans for college and a career?
I'm not sure yet at this point.
My job today is to make the hollandaise sauce and to assist with the making of the crab cakes.
What have you learned by going through this process?
Very good time management skills. I've learned that the hard way, and general cooking.
Tell us, how'd you get interested in 4-H?
I have been doing 4-H for about 8 years now, and I originally got interested in it from the shooting sports, which teach you about gun safety.
Tell us, what are your plans for college and a career?
I would like to go to Mississippi State to pursue poultry science.
We got our recipe from an old 1860s restaurant called St. Dominic's, and it's a little local restaurant in Mississippi. But they got their recipe from Miss LeGrand Benedict, so she wanted a new version of the breakfast food instead of just the classic scrambled egg, bacon. She wanted something new. So she made the Egg Benedict. So instead of using the English muffins, we replaced that with the fried or baked fried green tomatoes. And then we also, instead of using a thick slice of bacon, we used our crawfish crab cakes.
I think they've learned great responsibility and time management skills because, this is a timed event, and so, responsibility of just making sure that each thing is done properly and perfected.
So our team is the Lunch Ladies. We are located out of Bell County, Texas, which is in the central part of the state, about an hour north of Austin, an hour south of Dallas.
Tell us, what are the team cooking today?
The team is cooking a dish called blackened redfish tacos.
How did they come up with the idea for that?
Well, we're from Texas, and so unless you're on the coast, seafood isn't the main thing. So we're from Central Texas, and it's either corn, cows, or cotton. So they had to do some research online and figure out which would be the easiest dish for them to try out.
What have you seen in terms of growth of the team?
Well, this team has been together since 2017, and so they've competed in various county, district, and state contests as well. So they've started when they were really young. They've come to a point where they know what each other's thinking, and a lot of times they're criticized for not talking with each other, but when these girls get in their zone, they know exactly where each of them is going.
My job today is to make the creamy jalapeno sauce and the homemade flour tortillas.
And what's this dish going to be when you finish?
It's going to be a blackened redfish taco with a nice slaw on top, the creamy jalapeno sauce, and then a cilantro citrus rice on the side.
How'd you get interested in cooking?
Well, I've been into it since I was a little kid. I liked helping around the kitchen a lot, and I found this as a great opportunity to work with others as well as expand my knowledge on cooking.
How did you get interested in 4-H?
My mom first introduced me to it because she used to do things like that when she was little, and I wasn't really into the animal side of it, so I went to the family consumer science side.
Tell us, what have you learned by going through 4-H?
I've learned many life lessons from others and, of course, the older seniors around me. I learned to communicate very well. I used to be bad at just communicating with others and anybody around me.
What are your plans for a career now after high school?
I've been looking at many different options. I'm not set on one option yet, but I will keep looking.
My job is to make the cilantro lime rice and the cilantro slough that goes on top of our tacos.
How'd you learn how to do that?
It was lots of practicing. We made this dish many times and drawn inspiration from other recipes as well, and a lot of trial and error went into it.
How'd you get interested in cooking?
Well, I've been doing the 4-H Food Challenge project since I was in 3rd grade, and doing that, learning new recipes, new ingredients that I never would have known before has really made me want to cook more, learn more.
How did you get involved in 4-H?
My parents did 4-H whenever they were my age. They actually met doing 4-H, and so they wanted me to get involved as well, so that's kind of how I got involved in 4-H.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
I always say that 4-H is learning by doing, so I've done lots of food and nutrition projects, fashion projects, shooting sports, farm shop, so many things that have taught me life skills that whenever I graduate 4-H, I'll be able to do all these things on my own and be independent.
Now, what are your plans for a career after high school?
So my plans is to attend a university to major in biology, and then after that go to medical school to be a doctor.
So we'll be making a blackened red drum fish taco with slaw and a creamy jalapeno sauce on top with a citrus rice on the side, and today I'll be cooking the fish.
How'd you get interested in cooking?
Growing up, I would always spend time in the kitchen with my family, watching my parents cook, watching my siblings bake, and so I always grew interested in it. And then my older siblings competed in this contest, so I was able to witness firsthand how it was like and why I would want to get interested in it.
How did you get interested in 4-H?
My older brother decided to join a club at school, which happened to be one of the 4-H clubs. So he took off with there, and then now we're competing and doing a whole bunch of different contests through 4-H thanks to him.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
I have learned a bunch of hands-on activity, one for sure cooking, but I've learned how to sew, I've learned how to crochet, I've learned how to do a whole bunch of skills that will help me in the future as I will be graduating this upcoming year, so that's preparing me for life after high school.
And after high school, what are your career plans?
So I would like to attend West Texas A&M University with a major in agriculture, media, and communications and a minor in political sciences in hopes of becoming an agricultural lobbyist.
Very good. Thank you so much.
To learn how to properly make this dish, we were coached by a family friend, Mr. D. Majin. Mr. Majin is a salesman, and he often takes his clients out fishing at the Gulf of Mexico and then comes back and cooks the fish for them. He, over the years, has perfected his recipe for making this blackened fish, so he let us use his lucky cast iron skillet and his lucky spatula at the contest.
Are you impressed with the progress that these students have made?
Oh, most definitely. Like I said, they've been together since 2017, and from memorizing skits and recipes and stuff back in our home state to doing this stuff today, it's amazing the growth that they've had.
What is valuable about 4-H?
Well, 4-H is the organization is a good organization to have for family, faith, and future growth of the individuals spiritually and mentally.
Richland Parish is in the northeast portion of Louisiana, mostly rural, and Ava and Paisley are cooking the best shrimp tacos you've ever had today. And what's special about the tacos is just the sauce. We've heard over and over that the sauce is just awesome. It's got sriracha and some other secret ingredients.
How'd they come up with the idea for this?
They just enjoy cooking at home, and with the seafood component, they really wanted to have something that focused on the shrimp part of the tacos.
How did the girls adapt when they got into a competition phase?
They do really well together. Paisley is kind of a natural leader, and Ava really has stepped up along with Paisley, and they've both just helped each other grow in the competition with the pressure and stuff.
My job is to make the shrimp and toast the tortillas for our shrimp tacos. Well, I've always loved doing it ever since I was little because my family would always go in the kitchen together and always help.
How did you get attracted to 4-H?
It was just a club in our school, and I thought since all of my friends were joining, I would join too.
What have you learned by going through the 4-H program?
I've learned a lot of things, but it's also very fun to do. I've learned how to help out with my community and a bunch of other stuff.
What does 4-H mean to you?
That's a tough question, but it also means family, helping out, and learning new things.
What are your plans for a career after high school?
I'm going to be a hairdresser after high school.
We wanted a bright and summery dish, but also wanted to make sure it was nutritious and contained seafood.
How did you get interested in cooking?
Ever since I was little, I've been cooking with my mama, and she's taught me like everything I know.
What have you learned by going through 4-H?
I've learned many leadership qualities, and it helped me get out of my comfort zone and experience new things.
What does 4-H mean for other people, and what does 4-H mean for you?
I feel like most people just assume 4-H is like cows and showing livestock, but it really means to me like qualities as a person and becoming my better self.
What are your plans for a career after high school?
Well, I want to go into nursing school.
For the nutrition facts, each taco has 308 calories, 17 grams of protein, 391 milligrams of potassium, 218 milligrams of calcium, and 739 IU of vitamin A.
We wanted a bright and summery dish, but also wanted to make sure it was nutritious and healthy and had all aspects of the My Plate food group. My Plate is essentially a food guide that ensures you have a nutritious and well-balanced meal, and the 5 categories are fruits, vegetables, proteins, grains, and dairy.
It's interesting to me to see kids go from a local parish program up all the way to a national program, and that's really important.
So the moment everyone is waiting for. So when I call your team's name, you can come up and speak to the judges, and then Dr. Lepley and Dr. Tarifa and Ms. Claire Zach are down here at the awards table, and they will have your awards for you. All right, so we're starting off with our participation awards. Jasper County, Mississippi. Come on up, y'all. And good job that y'all did. Those fried green tomatoes were phenomenal. Even if you didn't grow them yourself.
Thank you. You did such a good job. Yes. Thank you. It was delicious. Thank you.
Okay, next up on our participation award list is Richland Parish, Louisiana. Come on up, girls. Their shrimp sauce really is the best shrimp sauce, so it was very good. All right, so in third place for the 2023 Great American Seafood Cook-Off 4-H edition is Bossier Parish, Louisiana, with their French Louisiana spin on frog legs.
Great job, ladies.
All right. Our second place team for our 2023 Gasco 4-H edition contest is Bell County, Texas. Good job. When they drew their cooking order last night, I told them they were first and they were setting the bar high. So I know that leaves no element of surprise for our first place team. So congratulations, Starr County, Texas. In to support these teens, everyone that walked over and got to watch these youth work, they did a phenomenal job, and we are so proud of all of them.
I was just praying that we were gonna win. Luckily, we pulled through and we got it done.
What did you cook?
We made tacos gobernador, which is a shrimp tacos with, it's a Mexican dish that has some cheese in it. It's a melting cheese that holds it together. It tasted very good.
Complete shock. I couldn't believe it. We've been working really hard towards this goal, and it's been a very long time since a team from Texas has won. So we really wanted to get this win, and we're just so proud.
Whenever we heard that second place getting called as the other team, we instantly knew that we had won the competition, and the adrenaline running through my veins, it was just going crazy, almost as much as winning a football game on a Friday night, but this is on a national level, so just a lot more exciting overall.
Man, it was a rush of excitement. It was a rewarding feeling. Like everything, all the practices, all the late nights, they paid off, and I was really just proud of us as a group and as a family, pretty much.
It's great. It's great. This is one of the days that make you really proud of what you do from a professional side and everything. These kids are truly the leaders. These kids are the ones that we're so proud of, and that we can really parade out to other people to say, this is what 4-H is. And you know, the great thing about it is any kid could be one of these kids today. So if you're interested in 4-H, it's a great opportunity for your young person.
4-H program in Louisiana is very diverse. We have STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math programs. We recently got into drones and sea perch, which is underwater robotics. We have healthy living. We do a Health Rocks curriculum on healthy life choices and good eating habits using My Plate. And then we also have animal sciences, where we concentrate on animal husbandry from farm gate to food plate.
4-H is available in every parish of Louisiana and every county of the United States. All you have to do is go to your county government and look for your county extension office, or in Louisiana, your parish ag center office, and we have a 4-H agent in every parish and county, and they can help you out.
Oh, I love this event. This is true teamwork, team building, problem solving, decision making. You can't get a better thing where you can see a team of young people that in this kind of pressure-oriented atmosphere, and this is to them, get through the process and make good decisions as a team, learn how to get along and be productive, and have an end product that they're proud of. And we're proud of every team here from all three of these states for doing this, and it takes a lot of courage for young people to step on this big of a stage. And it's you can see it in the end product. So when you go see them do the demonstration, how proud they are, how hard they work, how passionate they are about their project, that's what 4-H is all about.
The best place to go is to 4h.org, and that is the nationwide website, and it'll direct you back down to your state and back down to either your parish or county.